You are watching Jackie Robinson, One of Our Own, with Rob Shaw.
The 1940s were a trying period for the United States. The country was in battle in the Second Great War. Domestically, the economy was on a rebound from the Great Depression. For blacks, there was a sense of light at the end of a long and sinister tunnel.
No, it had to change, and of course, so help me. I had the kind of parents who let me know right away that this is not the way things are supposed to go.
It had to change for Jackie Robinson. While serving as a second lieutenant in World War II, he took a stand against the U.S. Army's discriminatory practices, refusing a driver's order to sit towards the back of the bus. He was honorably discharged in 1944, played hardball for the Negro League's Kansas City Monarchs soon after, before a fateful call from the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1945.
It followed an unfortunate experience he'd had. He had been invited by the Red Sox to come up for a tryout. It turned out to be a charade. He went in there puzzled, a little skeptical, a little hurt from this first experience with Major League Baseball.
That experience wouldn't be Jackie's last with Major League Baseball. He listened to what Dodgers general manager Branch Rickey had to say.
He was thrilled. He was excited. Not only he wanted to be in the Major Leagues, but even more pressing in a way. We'd been engaged 5 years and we wanted to get married, but he didn't have a job.
I had heard a little rumor about it. I was in the Navy, and there was rumors there was a guy that was going to come up in the Major Leagues pretty soon. That was in 1945, I believe it was. And he told us about Jackie Robinson.
I believe Branch Rickey probably, in seeing his talent and seeing how he carried himself, felt that he would be the one that could truly be the bridge for blacks and whites.
What was the response from the Negro Leaguers?
Well, some of the guys were a little bit slighted because they knew they were better than Jackie. Hit better, run faster, feel better, and everything else. But then they began to realize one thing for sure. Jackie was handpicked.
He knew that there were great players on and in the Negro Leagues. He played with them. But at that point in time, it was about whether he could make it. And that was even before he went to spring training and had a chance to see whether he could hit the pitching and, you know, all the stuff that would go through his mind.
Because Jackie was going to UCLA. Jackie was predictable. He's going to be on time. He was not going to cause any problems when the game was going on. And Jackie was going to be a great guy after the game was over.
What better person than Jackie? I'm sure there were other African Americans who played baseball just as good, but it wasn't all about baseball and playing the game. It was about the character of the man, the strength of the man.
After he'd been there a while and kind of settled in, he did feel that the players that he had played with in Negro Leagues had been unfairly excluded. He wanted to see more of them come up, and he thought that it was a real loss to the game that they had not been able to get into the majors.
Most young Negroes then playing ball was very inspired and excited about him breaking into it, and everybody was playing hard then because they thinking about the chances of playing in the major leagues.
When Brooklyn played, everybody was quiet. Everybody listened to the radio and that kind of thing. So it was a pride kind of a thing.
Jackie Robinson did not simply show up. He played well and the Dodgers won. He did so while honoring a promise with Dodgers general manager Branch Rickey.